Hi everyone, I am Angela Cruz with Smokey Designs, and today we are going to talk about 16th inch plywood. Now if we have the variety in our 1/8 inch plywood or 1/4 inch plywood, we also have it in 16th inch. So 16th inch, for those of us who are not as math inclined, it is half the thickness of your 1/8 inch. So if you've ever purchased the 1/8 inch and said, I wish it was a little bit thinner, this is a great option for you. It's fantastic for your layering projects. Let me see if I can get it to see how thick. So you can see how just very, very thin that is. It's great for any of your layering projects, which I have a couple examples here. Now, one thing I will tell you about the 16th inch is because it is so thin, it will get a bend in it. Make sure that you keep wood or something heavy on top of your stack of the 16th inch. This is not to scare you. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with it. You can still cut it, but make sure that you put weight on top of this when you receive it. And then when you're cutting it, make sure that you are pinning it down, whether you're using your standard pin downs in your honeycomb, or I like to use magnets. I used magnets when I cut these projects here today. Just make sure that you are keeping it flat, because it will, and you can see, it sort of has a little bit of a bend to it, even though this is kept completely flat, completely temperature controlled, climate controlled in our warehouse. It can, over time, get that little bit of a bend in it, but it is not unusable. Just pin it down and cut as normal. Your final projects will come out just fine. So you can see it is a true wood. So you can paint this, you can stain this, you can treat this like you would any of the other plywoods. Just because it's thinner doesn't make a difference. It also is unique in that it does not have that MDF core like our other plywoods. This is actually a wooden core, which gives it great water resistant properties. Casey, in fact, he sometimes, just to prove to himself that it is nice and waterproof, he has soaked his business card in water for weeks at a time. It's come out, dried off, been fine. So this is a great option if you have any outdoor signage. This is a great option for your lettering. Cut your lettering or your whatever picture you're gonna do, cut that out and then adhere this to your thicker, weatherproof, waterproof signage. So this is a great option for your lettering that's gonna go outdoors. It's also popular for things like your bookmarks. Oh my gosh, what? I have a bookmark. Let's talk about the bookmarks because I'm going with the wrong thing here. It's also popular for your bookmarks. Now, as you've seen, I do have another video about how to make bookmarks. I personally prefer the flex for the bookmarks because it is thinner and doesn't damage the spine of the book as much. And you'll see I have that in the video there, but you see I have a book here. And when I put it in the spine, you can see that it does space the pages out a little bit. Now, if you are not going to be leaving your book too long, it's really not going to cause any big significant damage. But this is going to be your thinnest option that is a true wood. So this is great for your bookmarks. You can see here, it'll engrave just like your plywoods. I took a little risk on this one. I went with a lighter engrave. I was playing with my settings. I wanted it to be a little bit lighter. I wanted it to be like, I don't know, just like a hint of the butterflies. And I don't think it paid off for me. I think I would have gone darker, but you can see that I did engrave this just because it is a true wood. And I sprayed the frog juice on it to seal it. You can see the back is raw, but I put frog juice on here just to give it a little bit of a clear coating. But you can use any of the polys that you like, any of the oils that you use. Just treat it like regular wood because it is. So bookmarks in your 16th inch. Business cards, as I meant to say. You can see this is what Casey uses for his business cards. Whenever he goes to a show or things like that, this is what he brings with him. And people remember it. This is a great way for you to have a very unique business card that people will remember. And he always asks people who have been here, who he's given a card to, where's my card now? And it's always right on their desk. Or people will come in and say, I know you because I saved your card. It's on my desk. It's hard to put this away. So it's a great way to have your business card on someone's desk if you want them to remember you, like, hey, I need promotional items. Hey, this person could make them. They did a really good job with this. It's sitting right in front of me on my desk. They're not going to forget you. So it's a great option for your business cards. It's also a great option for anything layered. So I have a couple little examples here, and I used the walnut for these. You could use any of the woods. You can see we've got our white birch here. I've got sapele. Doesn't matter which variety you choose. I just went with walnut for these. So you can see this is just a little, just like an art piece, little shelf sitter type thing. And what I did, this could have been 16th inch acrylic, but this video is about wood, so I used 16th inch wood, and then I used a piece of flex. So this is the 0.01 inch clear flex in the full coverage. You can see that it is opaque. And then you can just layer that in here and assemble it. And then you can have yourself a layered piece. And the total thickness, since you have a 16th inch on the front and back, the total thickness is only about an 1/8 inch because you have a little bit of thickness there for your flex. But you can see an overall, just an 1/8 inch piece, doesn't weigh anything. It's a great way to have multiple layers, but not add weight, not add too much depth. So if you're gonna do any of those really multi-layered pieces with different varieties of wood, this might be a great option for you because you can add a lot of depth, a lot of different types of wood without adding too much thickness, too much weight. So it's just a nice option for that. And this here is just an example of, you know, just a shelf sitter or something. This could be an ornament. This could be a sun catcher. I have here an earring that I cut, same principle. Now remember, the 16th inch is very, very thin. I would not personally recommend just using the 16th inch for an earring. I like the 1/8 inch better. It gives a little bit more weight. Now, if you want a bigger design, this is a great way to do it because it is so thin and doesn't weigh anything. But look, for your layered pieces, I've got my flex, same principle as a sun catcher, same principle as an ornament. And then I have my back piece. So if you want to do a 3-layered piece, I really recommend the 16th because if you had 2 pieces of 1/8 inch on here, it might be a little bit too thick, might be a little bit too heavy for an earring. But if you do want to do that 3-layer with the front and back being the wood, this is a great, great option to use this 16th inch. And I also brought, you could swap this out on my shelf sitter one, and then you could have a transparent option. So it would be, you could see, let me see if you can see my hand behind it, but this is a transparent pattern here. So this could be your sun catcher option versus your full coverage, which is opaque. And this is the Rainbow Storm 2. We don't sell very much of this. It is basically Rainbow Storm in a pastel color palette, and it is so pretty. So I use that for the earring here as well as for this one. So you can see 16th inch, great for your layering, great for your outdoor signage lettering, great for your business cards, great for your bookmarks, great for your earrings, great for your ornaments, you name it. It's a great option if you do want to add multiple layers and not weigh it down, not make it too thick. And it's going to behave the same as any of the plywoods in a thicker core. So if you've tried them before and you're like, I really like the walnut, I order it in 1/8 inch all the time, it's going to be the same thing, just thinner. So give it a try. Let us know what you've made with 16th inch. I think it's a great, really versatile option for you. So let me see what you've made. Thank you all so much for watching. And please, 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 I always forget to say this and my daughter reminds me constantly, please like and subscribe. It's the best way for me to see how many people are watching these videos, how much engagement we have, and it's a great incentive for me to make more of them. So thank you all so much for watching.